Welcome in, everybody. This is Colin with Promoguy, and today is Tuesday. It is not the All-Star break. We can move on from that, and I guess just look forward to a little bit of playoff baseball. We're starting to get in the swing of things. Today, officially, we had our first kind of training camp stuff, so that's really getting in the swing of things, and I'm looking forward to doing more of our almost daily recaps with you guys instead of just once or twice a week. But nonetheless, we are here. It is Dinger Tuesday. It is the best promo of the week. Really, it's the most exciting because you can just kind of sit there, watch a game, even just go back and watch highlights at the end of the night, and you know who hit a dinger. You can follow different things, but it's a lot of fun. Every time your guy's up to bat, you actually pay attention to every single pitch. And you pay attention across all the games if you're doing it like we do and you're betting every single game. So before I get started, I want you guys to predict in the chat. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about what the promotion is and whatnot, but I want you guys to predict. Who do you guys think I'm going with? Who do you think some of the best bets are for today? Who do you want to see on that card? And really, ultimately, if there's somebody that you really like, we can look into it and we can say, hey, what are their lines look like? How do they compare to some other spots? So, anyway, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead, hop in. It is a beautiful Tuesday here in Michigan, so I want to get in, get it on, get it going, get these dingers dinging. First game starts, of course, after the afternoon game we had today. First game starts at 6:40 my time. So I want to make sure that we have all the bets in, everything kind of gone over, so you guys have the full breakdown and all the information that you could possibly need for today's Dinger Tuesday. So let's get into it. Yeah. All right. Oh, dang it. I just had to, sorry, I'm out of my seat. I'm not set up. Oh, look. So, guys, Dinger Tuesday is actually going to be brought to you by almost a broken picture frame in my cat, KSP, Kitty Softpaws. She was just knocking at the door, and she wanted to get in. And from the last time she joined us, we had a lot of fun riding a train. If you guys didn't know, the last stream that I did live was a gambling promo. Kitty, you gotta move, girl. You can't actually sit in my chair. I have to do it from there. For those of you who have not met KSP, this is Kitty Softpaws. She was named by a bunch of my students. But yeah, last time she was here, last time she joined us, we did a little bit of slot playthrough, and we rode on the Wild Wild West and hit some of the most fun bonus games that I ever have in slots. So it was a lot of fun. But we're going to go ahead. Now that she's here, she's just bringing that good luck to us for these dinger bets. I'm going to kind of show you guys. I'm going to tell you what's going on, what the promotion is. And I guess let's just start there. So first off, this is on FanDuel. If you guys have not signed up for FanDuel, I highly encourage it. It is a great sign-up offer. You guys can click on the link that is included down below on the YouTube info stuff. And you guys can go ahead, sign up there. If you are signing up, please don't hesitate to hit me up. I'd love to kind of help you guys do it in the most ideal strategy, like where you kind of go back and forth. You can use different sportsbooks that you already have. We can find a line that is the most ideal way to take advantage of that. There are a bunch of approaches to really take full advantage of a sign-up offer. But anyway, if you are already signed up for FanDuel, you probably already know about this, and it is one that you should not be skipping out on. Like this sign-up or this promo is straight up amazing. I was actually pulling up just to kind of go back and look at what we have. Sam pulled up his little Dinger Tuesday stats here. Last night? He's going through a bunch of these. We've got a few actually pretty good promotions today across the books. We've got one on DraftKings that's pretty cool. And there was one that was on Firekeepers that was awesome. But let's see. I wanted to pull this up. Here you go. You guys can see that we've won pretty much. I mean, we have a total profit of $1,500 across the board here just on this promotion. That's since April, right? Now it's a little bit of a higher risk. You can see that, hey, there are days where we have really bad days, right? Where, like the 26th of April, there were like no home runs getting hit. And just off the home runs, we lost $207. Now, because we convert the free bets at a really high rate, we were able to turn the free bets and turn our total loss into 132. Now, when you compare that to the fact that the very next week we made 178, so even on our worst week, when you have a mediocre week the next week, you're making $50 on those 2 weeks. Like that's awesome. That's what you look for in this is kind of a consistent profit. Now, the beautiful thing about this is if you have a good week, you can make $400. You can make, 438, 230, basically almost 200, 160. Like you have good days. And it's a super profitable promotion in the long run. So I just wanted to pull these up, kind of show you guys some stats, so that I'm not just making this up. This isn't something I'm just pulling out of nowhere. Here, sorry, I forgot to shift the screen. This is your screen for you guys. This is where I'm looking at. Totally forgot to shift that. If you look at just our home runs, because we are betting plus EV home runs, where we're looking for the best possible lines, you guys can see that even with just the home runs, we're profitable. Now, with the free bets, that's where we get into an extra $1,200 worth of boost. That's what covers our butt when we have a losing day and further boosts us on a winning day. So again, just kind of wanted to recap that. To go over what this promotion is, we're going to be betting $25 on a player in a game to hit a home run, and we get a $5 bonus in free bets whether or not that person hits a home run, right? It goes from both teams. It's total home runs in the game up to your money back. So it's, again, obviously we just showed you the numbers there. It's profitable. If you believe, hey, I've got this, if you've got a model or something to back it up too, you've got something that you believe is going to help you predict home runs even better, perfect. Double jump on this twice. I will be showing you guys my picks just based on mostly what is plus EV, where we're comparing lines, how to get some profitable lines. But I can show you. I'll shout out one of our favorite model guys, Ducky Betts. I'll shout out one of his plays for today. So without further ado, well, I guess I'm gonna jump over to chat real quick. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I did put up the new jersey. I put up Penny Sewell since we're going back to football. And I just wanted to, sadly, I had to pull down the Miles Bridges jersey. I was a huge fan. Loved him when he was in college. He was super exciting when he was playing in the NBA. But, man, you just can't back a guy when he's, really just doing some stuff that he shouldn't be outright. It's just, it's not fun. Can't support him as a fan. Definitely not supporting him as like in his personal life. But, I wish him his family the best. I hope he figures it out, but man, I couldn't be hanging his jersey on the board. Anyway, we're gonna move on from sad stuff. We're gonna look into some dingers. But yes, so let's look at. I'll show you guys. This is kind of my card. I made this document so that we could just kind of access it a little bit better. I tried to make it in a way that was, I guess just kind of like we can approach it a couple of different ways. Now, the absolute best way to fully take advantage of this is through our Discord, guys. We're shouting out lines that come out super early. So, like, I talk about Jonathan India. I got him at plus 480. You could have gotten him at plus, 580. Is that what Sam got him at? That's a full extra $100, or a full plus 100, which is an extra $25. So that difference alone is paying for one of your bets on somebody else if India were to hit a home run. So if you do that in the long run across all these bets, you get everybody, plus 100, plus 50, plus 40, where you can get them later in the day. You got to jump on that. And we're shouting those out in the Discord all the time. Now, I tend to go later in the day just to kind of accommodate to some of you guys who are not able to get in early. but I would highly recommend being able to do that just because, it just pops up as a notification on your phone, and you just go right over to FanDuel and go, boop, you're in. It's super duper handy. So would highly recommend that. But these are the ones that I made in the last hour-ish. I started kind of really going through these at about 4:45. Wanted to make sure I had everything prepped. So there could be some line movement. We're going to go back and forth and bounce back and forth between FanDuel and what they have here. But last I looked, these are still pretty consistent. And we can kind of compare those to Sam's original lines too. So we'll start off with Miami Cincy. I have Jonathan India plus 480. We'll go back here, scroll all the way back to the top, and look at Sam's. Did he post that yet? I think he should have. I hit back twice. But yeah, so we're going to kind of compare all the different lines. I believe he is still plus 480 when I just bounce back there. He might even be 500 now. But yeah, I'm just doing that to ride. I will say De La Cruz is kind of my second pick. I had him at plus 450. When I looked about 20 minutes ago, he was even higher than that. I think he was at plus 480. So if you are putting your bets in right now, my recommendation would be, first off, opt in. Number one thing, you got to opt in. Second, I would go with De La Cruz the first thing, unless you just want to squad ride with us. The main reason that we're squad riding on India is because his line was good. It's still okay. It's certainly not bad. I probably wouldn't bet it if it was bad. But yeah, look. So De La Cruz right now is 450. India's 480. And what did Sam have this as? Let's see. Does he have his dinger card? That's my dinger card. He does not have it up. It's up in our Discord. So if you guys want to check that out, join the Discord. But anyway, yeah. So you could have gotten, my point here is you could have gotten India even better a little bit earlier in the day. Next, we have we're just going to bounce back here. We're going to go to Philly, Atlanta. I will say I am not currently in on Philly, Atlanta. The pitching here is great. I did put a note, if you guys really want to bet on this, like if you're somebody who's like, hey, I want to bet on every single game, totally respect that. I would go Ozuna at 420. If you guys can still get him there, that is certainly not a bad line when comparing books. The main reason, again, that we're staying away from this is because of the amazing pitching. These are both teams who love to hit dingers in general, especially the Braves. But yeah, so Ozuna is still at 420. Rhys Hoskins at 390 wasn't horrible. I would probably go one of those two. I think you can find Olsen and Riley at better lines elsewhere. So if you're just like, hey, I really want to bet on this game for home runs, I would recommend going elsewhere and just skipping this for the promotion purposes. Or, like I said, go Ozuna. I'm not betting it. We're going Yankees, Mets, what do they call it? The Subway Showdown or something like that. I'm going with Judge. All rise for the Judge. This guy has been hitting it like crazy. He's currently the leader for the odds-on favorite to win MVP, and he's been awesome. So plus 240. Honestly, love it. It's a lot better than elsewhere. You guys can find him at like plus 180, plus 195, plus 200. Plus 240 gives us a good boost. Rizzo at plus 420 is not bad either. Just going to double check here to see that you guys can get those lines again, because I don't want to shout them out if the lines are slightly off, or you guys can't get it. That's the whole idea to this. So you guys can get Judge at 240. And Rizzo's at 400. So I would recommend Judge here. You can actually get Pete Alonso elsewhere for much better than 330. I think he was at like 380 somewhere that I found. So I would go Judge for sure here. So if you guys want to ride with me, I'm on the same page as Sam here. We're kind of going a squad ride on Aaron Judge, and for good reason. He's a great player, great hitter. Apparently controversially handsome man. He's tall, athletic. A lot of people find him really handsome. A lot of ladies who watch baseball have mentioned him as being very handsome. A lot of people don't understand it. So if you stand on one specific side of that, guys, let me know. Dude, 1 million dingers would be sick. Million dingers would be sick. Where are we at with Seager? Oh, Corey Seager for the is that right? Corey Seager. Which Seager brother are you talking about? For the Braves Phillies? What are you doing, you weirdo? Where is Seager? Is he in this one? No. Where am I going crazy? Yeah, I am going crazy. Which I don't even know why I went to that. Which Seager are you talking about? Is that Corey Seager? Let me know. I like this. We're shouting out a specific line. I do not have Singer in my book, in my notes actually. So let me know if I'm missing something. Again, Rays, Baltimore, we're skipping this. Again, we've got good pitching, but also the lines are really horrible when I was looking. So I'm going to be skipping that for sure. So yeah. Let's see. St. Louis, Toronto. I also didn't like the lines a ton here. I went with Gorman at 420. I do like Gorman to hit a home run today. And I like in general home runs to be hit in the game. So I'm not shying away from it. It's just that the lines weren't super great. I would have loved to bet on, Vlad. I'm a big fan of Vlad hitting dingers. Am I in the right game still? No, I'm talking about how he's not. Yeah, wait, yes, good. Big fan of Vlad and him hitting dingers, but he didn't have a great line. Yeah, plus 320. It wasn't fantastic. Gorman, you can still get a 420. So I would not shy away from riding with us there. Were there any others? Pujols at plus 600. Pujols at plus 600 is pretty good. Obviously, he's kind of an old man, but he showed up in the home run derby. He actually did much better than I expected. He didn't do great, but he did much better than I expected. So if you guys want to ride with Pujols, feel free. He's at plus 600. His line's not horrible. But yeah. Let's see what else we got. Rangers. Thanks, Cody. Yes. So I'm not there. I don't think I have that in my butt. I do not. And they're a ways down here, aren't they? Yeah, Rangers. I have Heim. Dude, there are so many lines in that game right now that were crazy. I was looking at Heim 420. What is Seager up to right now? We'll pop over there. Because Calhoun was an amazing line when I was looking. Santana was awesome. There were a number of great lines that were up when I left. So if you guys want to jump on it, I would Corey Seager 310. 310 right now? That's fine. Is that like way higher than I would be expecting? That's not something that super sticks out to me right now, does it? I don't know, man. The guy hits dingers. If you want to ride with this, like totally feel free. What do you see? 430. Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, so that is one that Sam got last night. Again, just another reason to get in on the Discord. It was probably honestly when I was already asleep, but definitely that's why you tune in. If you guys can get Seager, like we just said, he's at 310 right now. If Sam got him last night at 430, like that's 100 and plus 120 difference. That's what is that? That's a full extra $30 if that hits. And when you've got a guy that's only plus 310 and his like fair odds are right around there, you're definitely more likely to hit that. So love getting in on the Seager line early. I will say there are a number of lines that are still really good that are currently up. Cole Calhoun is at 420 now. Jonah Heim is at 450. He's even better than what I got him at. Santana's at 470, so he came down a little bit. Ezekiel Duran, I remember when I was looking at it, was surprisingly good. Number of really great lines here. Just look for some of these guys that you kind of got to click down for. So anyway, we're going to bounce back to our little updated spot here. Where'd we leave off? Guardians, Red Sox. We're skipping just because the lines suck. They are garbage. Cards, Blue Jays. Oh, heck yeah. Hey, Jake. If you guys want to follow my friend Jake, he's super famous on TikTok. We got the Rays we're skipping. Cards. No, I did get somebody for the Cards. It just wasn't a great line. And then the Red Sox game we're skipping. So now with the Red Sox game, as the game gets closer, if it updates and you can find a line that you like, don't be afraid to jump on it. I've been kind of tracking it all day. It sucked this morning. It's kind of sucked last night, and it's sucking right now. So I will not be playing it. Okay, next. So I have Voigt here. He's still at plus 300. If you hate Luke Voigt, which I get it, he seems to never show up on these Dinger Tuesdays. And you want to go Manny Machado, his line has come down. He was at plus 400 earlier today. I would highly recommend going Luke Voigt still. My cat is attacking me full blown right now. But yeah, I would definitely go Voigt here. We hate him. I've mentioned this before. I went with him last time too. I think last Tuesday that we were on this. He didn't hit one for me. We keep expecting him to, and we're all kind of on his hate club, but I just keep coming back. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's just where I'm at. It's just where I'm at this time. Next we have the Royals Angels. I went with Taylor Ward 400. Stasi at 440 is pretty good. But I wanted to ride with the Duck. This is where I mentioned, hey, definitely follow Ducky Betts. First off, just follow him on Twitter. He's a great follow. Very funny. But I would also obviously recommend that you guys join his Patreon. That's where he puts all of his picks. I can tell you, I've been doing a BetMGM deposit bonus that I use Duck's models for to play through. If there's a line on there, like if he's like, hey, I love this guy, he puts up pitching models, he puts up first five models, he puts up no run, yes run, innings, and then obviously Dinger Tuesday stuff, and that's all just during baseball season. So I would highly recommend giving him a follow. It's definitely worth it, and joining the Patreon because the models are freaking dope. He's here to beat the books with us, and we love that. So he had a favorite here. He went with Taylor, right? Is that who I'm riding with? Yeah, Taylor Ward. Stasi at 440. Stasi at 440 was pretty good. Stasi still at 440. Taylor still at 400. Let's see if this line changes in front of us. Taylor Ward and Stasi just both went up live in front of us. You guys just saw that. So go jump on them. They're even better than when I got it, You can get Ward for better than what I did. Shohei was a line Sam sniped earlier today. But I like Ward and Stasi for this game. Let's see what else do we have. We're getting into some of the meat and bones. I love Gary Sanchez, Miguel Sano, both great lines for this Minnesota-Milwaukee game. Let's see if we can still get them. Last I looked, Sano actually went up to 430. Not a ton, obviously, difference. Just 10 points, but that's like what, $5? Yeah. So, we like $5. $5 can go buy you McDonald's. It's crazy when I think back to my original, my origin kind of betting. We drove down to Indiana to the border to Michigan City to go place bets before it was legal in Michigan. And goal number one was to pay for gas, just to be like, all right, I gotta break even on gas. But then if I could buy dinner that night with the bets that I was putting in, $5-10, I was so happy. That was like peak. Now we're sitting here and we're looking at all right, yeah, I'll make $1,500 over the course of 10 Tuesdays. It's crazy how far we've come. But it's all because of, this process. So you guys can see my bet there. I went Gary Sanchez. We're going to look down here. I've got, let's see, Adames would have been a line that you could have gotten earlier in the day. Tellez was a great line earlier today. I think he was at plus 400. He's down to 290, so that line has jumped like crazy. Gary Sanchez and Sano both still at 430. That's the direction I would go. Luis Urias, I think he was at plus 600, and that was super positive. 500 isn't horrible either if you want to go that direction. But those are the three lines I would go with in this game. That is for the Twins Brewers. Let's see. Where are we going from there? Twins Brewers. We did Padres Tigers. That's Voigt. Yankees Mets. Angels Royals. I think we're on the White Sox Rockies. Is that right? Are we on to the White Sox Rockies? We are. Sam Hilliard. I was Sam Hilliard at plus 400. The line is actually really great. Line is actually really great here. And I don't know if you guys know anybody named Sam who you appreciate, but I appreciate my boy Sam. So that tipped the scales for me. You can see Charlie Blackman was great earlier in the day. CJ Cron was great earlier in the day. But we're still sitting here looking at Sam Hilliard at plus 400. And that is definitely the direction I would recommend y'all to go. You can see it right here. I got him plus 400. Shout out Sam, just in general. Both Hilliard and Walkus. Top tier Sams all around. We've got White Sox Rockies, so we are moving on from there. We're looking at the Astros A's. Let's see. I'm going to go to chat, see how we doing. Open 430. Yeah, it's crazy. 295 on DK. Still? That's wild. Yeah. So when you guys can see kind of talking in the chat how when these lines open up, if you're really paying attention, you can snipe some of these awesome lines just because you can look at DK. They're normally really sharp. You can look at Pinnacle. They're normally really sharper with this stuff. And when you look at those two combined and you can find something where FanDuel is an outlier, especially on opening lines, you can really knock something out. Also, appreciate it, Jack. It's been a summer thing, the mustache. I don't know if I'm going to keep it when I go back to school. When school starts up, I might be shaving it off. Who knows? But for now, I'm riding with it. It's certainly been a fun little adventure this summer. All right, back to our lines here. Let's see. So I went with this Houston-Oakland game, plus 900. I went with Yuli Gurriel. First off, great name. Has paid off for us in the past on Dinger Tuesdays, so wanted to ride with him here. I think he was down to plus 870 last I looked. There weren't great lines here for a lot of the favorites. Altuve is at plus 400. I was trying to look at if he's actually starting. Let's see. That's the Athletics. Do we have the Astros line out yet? We do not have the Astros line out that I see. Ooh, did it just update for us? Nats. Dang. All right. Well, this does answer a little bit of my question from earlier. Turner is starting. That's one that we were going to be looking at. Bellinger is starting to. Other than that, Bart's a long shot that I'm actually talking about here. I'll show you guys that in a second. Astros. Yeah. Dang it. All right, so we'll have to wait on the Astros line. I will say, if he ends up playing, Altuve does have a good line at 400. You just run into the chance that he isn't playing and then comes in, pinch hits one time, doesn't get a dinger on that one chance, and it's just a bit of a bummer. But I ended up going with our long shot at plus 870, Yulieski Gurriel. I got him at 900. 870 is still pretty good. And again, feel free to skip this game. There wasn't a ton that was positive, or feel free to just wait a little bit. We're always kind of keeping eyes out, especially if you're in the Discord, keeping eyes out for updated lines there. So that is my Astros A's play. And then the one I was missing, Giants D-backs. I almost skipped over it. This is Joey Bart. I've got Joey Bart in at, what did I get him at? I got Joey Bart at 630. Again, a bit of a long shot as far as the odds we got. But when you compare him at other books, he's like plus 400, plus 370, plus 430. So when you can get plus 200 on something like that, that is a crazy difference. He's still at plus 630. This is probably the biggest jump between odds that I saw when comparing books. So if you guys go by that process, this is kind of a no-brainer. If you want to go with somebody who's a bit more of a favorite, Flores is a pretty good chance that I like. Marte and Ruff are all decent. Now, again, they're not favorites. I would definitely go with Bart here, but if you want to go with somebody a little bit more safe, those are the directions I would go. Let's see. Where else are we looking? I think we only have, 2 more games? Then we're out of here. How am I doing on time? 10 minutes to spare before our first game. We'll hopefully have our entire layout here. Yeah, we're making good time. We'll talk about, we've already talked a little bit about the Rangers-Mariners. There is a lot of positive lines in there. We'll go back and look at it again. But that's something I would keep an eye out Nats, Dodgers. We now have the Nationals lineup in, so we can kind of filter through some of the picks there. Who did I end up going with? I ended up going with, you could go Trey Turner. We got him at plus 430. So where he's at compared to now is better. I'm riding with it. This is a pure squad ride kind of pick. He hit well for us a couple weeks ago. We're back on him again this Tuesday. I will say Bellinger at 470 is not a bad line either. I would bounce back between one of those two. I was looking at him at plus 500, but plus 470 isn't horrible. I got Trey at plus 350. He's now at plus 360. So not a huge jump there. And I will say, like Mookie and Freddie and Will Smith, you can definitely get a much better line elsewhere. So I guess those are just things I would kind of consider. Juan Soto, that man, he hits that ball hard. So if you want to go Soto, I wouldn't blame you there either. And then finally, we'll talk about the one with probably all the best lines still available, Texas, Seattle. I went Jonah Heim at plus 420. When we just looked a second ago, his line actually jumped up. So I would jump on that even more, obviously. I liked him where he was at. I like him even more when it's better odds. But we're looking at good lines. We talked about Seager. We got him last night. If you were sniping lines, you got him at 430. He's now at 330, so you're still plus 100. Even with a bounce up, you're still looking at really positive odds. Jonah Heim's down to 390. Still a pretty good line for us. Not something we hate, though I would lean more toward... Ooh, Santana's really starting to come down. I would still lean toward Cole Calhoun here at 420, I think. So Cole Calhoun, I liked him at 400. At 420, that's even better. With the way that we currently have this set up, even though I went Jonah Heim at 320 or at 420, 390 is a big enough gap, and Cole Calhoun coming up 20. That's a big enough gap that if I were to do this now live, I would end up going Cole Calhoun for you guys here. And so I think that's all of it for us. Anything else I'm missing? I did kind of want to run through this quickly. I will say before I head out, keep an eye on these little promotions tab. Actually, I'm going to do this right now. As long as it lets me anyway. There's this little spin thing, right? So you spin every day and you can earn up to a $2,000 credit. I'm going to play now. I did this last night. It resets every day at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So it started right before or right as I was going live. So as long as it doesn't give me like a location glitch or something like that, this is something that's super cool, super easy, no risk to you. Would highly, highly recommend you guys jump in on this. Oh, it's making me sign into the casino. That's fine. You can do it on your app. It's going to be a lot quicker there. I would recommend having both, as far as your apps go, I would recommend having both the like classic FanDuel app as well as the casino app, because some of their casino promotions you can actually like double dip, which is really nice. And yeah, there's really no reason not to. You can do a little deposit bonus twice. You can deposit on casino and on... Oh, are you going to let me do this? You can deposit on casino and on the sportsbook and get the $10 bonus twice or the $20 bonus twice. So anyway, would highly recommend that. We're going to do my little spin here if you guys want to ride with me. I got pretty lucky last night. I had 777 twice in a row. So, heck yeah. Like, increased our little thing here and got $2 in site credits. So I'm clicking my little spin button. We'll see what we get. If you get those, like, trophies. Hey, we got a trophy. Frick yeah. Let's get another one. And we got a 7, and we got a cherry. Oh! It probably didn't like me. It was like, you're not real. Your location is freaky outy. It never likes me when I do this on live. Let's see. No, so I did not. the special offer I didn't get. I've only gotten one ever. So I'm always, every time I see, hey, there's a special offer, I always go double check my email, double check my app. Never end up getting it. It's a bit of a bummer. But I can tell you guys, it is worthwhile. Definitely bet it. It's almost always positive. And it's normally worth maxing. It's almost always worth maxing. I will say, I just got a notification from DraftKings. No. Dang it. I was excited. I thought they were going to tell me that I got like some kind of VIP bonus or something. Anyway, yes, like this. This is what I'm talking about. You can do this and do it twice. So I would highly recommend that. I am going to log off here. I'm going to sign off. I will see you all later. I will be back on Sunday for our sign-up Sundays. If you guys want to join me, I will be on BetMGM. We'll be playing some slots. I'll probably start off on the train. If you guys want to see what that was like last time, my video's up. You guys can go back and watch that video. It was a lot of fun. And I think that's it for me. It's officially baseball time. I'm going to go watch, just a whole bunch of dingers get donked. But I will see you all later. I appreciate you. Everybody that comes and joins in these streams, I love, and I don't know how much I can say it. I really do. I appreciate you guys a ton. It's just so much more fun to kind of pop into that chat and be like, hey, we've got a few people here. And it's starting to get like, I've got a few super loyal guys who come back every single time. And I don't know, just makes me feel a little warm inside. Okay, I'm done with all the sappy shit. My cat, Kitty, hey, you going to say bye? KSP says bye. I will see you all on the flippity flip, and we'll talk more on Sunday. Other than that, bet your FanDuel special offer. Make sure you guys get in your BetMGM one-game parlay for today. Keep an eye on Ducky Bets, his lines. Keep an eye on EV Bets, Indiana, and his pitching props. Those are always awesome. And let's have a great day hitting some dingers. I will see you all later. Let's I don't know, guys. Let's become millionaires today. I don't know. Maybe that'd be sick. I don't even know if it's possible, but it's one step in the right direction. All right, I'll see you all.